9 o'clock. Now, we've been hearing about a Suffolk search and rescue volunteer using a drone to help find a missing search and rescue dog near Galston. You may have seen this on Look East or read about it in the paper. Search and rescue teams from around the UK came to help find her. This was the moment the German short-haired pointer was reunited with her handler, Ian Danks.
Juno! Thank you ever so much. Thank you, I really mean it. Thank you ever so much. But yeah, she doesn't look bad, does she? I've just been incredibly emotional back there.
She gets a good meal now?
We've got lots of leftover turkey. So yeah, that's what we're going to do after a quick trip to the vet.
And some lovely pictures of her on the telly now, sitting in front of a very warm fire, recuperating. Well, the Suffolk Lowland Search and Rescue team played a huge part in this, and Paul Wesley is the Suffolk Lowland Rescue Search Manager and Drone Team Leader. He joins us now. Good morning to you, Paul.
Good morning, Mark.
Thanks ever so much for joining us. What does it feel like hearing that moment when they were reunited again?
Yeah, it was good. I missed that bit because I was still walking back from the drone flight site at them.
And Juno had just gone missing on a general walk, hadn't it?
Yeah, they were out on a family walk near Fritton Woods, and that was last Tuesday. That was when she went missing, 10 o'clock in the morning.
So obviously very, very panic-stricken. I know when you lose your dog, even for a few moments, it's an awful thing because they are part of the family. But as well as being part of the family, he's part of the Norfolk rescue team, isn't he?
She is, yes. She's an area search dog. So she goes and looks for any human being that happens to be in the area they put her into.
So when the call came to look for her, it's one of your own, isn't it?
It is indeed, yeah, most certainly. And there was lots of people volunteering to help. On Sunday, we had 60 people there, I think, from around the country.
Amazing. And it was one of our drones from Suffolk that spotted her?
It was indeed, yeah. We had, for Suffolk on Sunday, we deployed 3 drone teams and we were spread along the River Waveney. And it just happened to be that the area that I was given to search, she was sat in that area and I found her.
How did it feel when you saw her for the first time there? Were you sort of thinking, oh, is it?
Well, we were looking for a high-vis yellow jacket, and that's what I spotted first. And I thought, okay, I've found the high-vis yellow jacket. And then it was a case of, is the dog still alive? So when I brought the drone down a little bit and focused and zoomed the camera in, she actually looked up at the camera. And at that point, that was a joyous moment, let's say.
And was she easy to get? Did you have to go out in a boat or something to get her, or walk out to find her?
We couldn't get to her by foot because of the amount of water. She was about 2 meters from the River Waveney bank, and the whole area there is just a massive reed bed. And even though we had foot teams in the area, they weren't equipped to go into the water. But luckily, we had our boat on the water, which was about half a mile, probably 3/4 of a mile upstream. So we called them on the radio and got them to come back. And then one of the people in the boat, they're all wearing dry suits, so they can go in the water. He got into the reed bed, and I directed him to where the dog was.
And into his grateful arms she went, indeed. And then back on the boat and to her owner as well, which was that magic moment we played a few moments ago. It just goes to show just how useful you and your colleagues are when it comes to finding, I would imagine, mostly missing people, isn't it?
It is. We do. Yes, we are primarily search for missing people, vulnerable missing people for Suffolk and Statbury. Yes.
Yeah. And how many volunteers do you have now?
In the team at the moment, we've got 92 qualified, with another 15 waiting to start their training in January. So we're quite a big team. We're one of the bigger teams in the country. Yeah.
That's fantastic. I mean, you hear of, mountain rescue, search and rescue. Years ago, I didn't really see what we needed you for here when I was first hearing about the work that you do. But now it's so very, very obvious, and you're so busy, and it's just such a great thing to have so many people wanting to volunteer doing it.
Yeah, this year's been our busiest year ever. We've been called out to assist the police 64 times this year, which is nearly 20 times more than our highest year before that.
What do you put that down to then?
I don't know, to be honest. Perhaps the police are calling us out for more people. There are still, I don't think it's any more people going missing, because there are lots of people going missing all of the time. It's just, I think the police call us more often to assist them now.
Well, they're much more aware, as the general public are, of you being there and being able to help. It's great that you've got some volunteers waiting for their training. What sort of training do they have to undergo to join you?
Well, they have to learn about the charity to start with, and then we take them out into the woods and teach them how to search, what to do when they find people, how to manage crime scenes, do some first aid, basic life support, manual handling, so we can move stretchers around. So some of it's quite intense and quite hard, because hard training makes for easy play, if you like, for want of a better phrase. But, so it'll take us 3 months. 3rd of April, they will be doing an assessment day, and that will be their training complete then.
Well, fantastic work that you do, Paul. It really is. And this is just a good example, really, of just how versatile you are with the drone, with the boat, with people on foot, all sorts of different scenarios involved in rescuing Juno.
Yeah, we have a huge amount of equipment, actually, as a team. We have not only the drones have thermal imaging cameras on them. We've got 5 or 6 with thermal imaging cameras. But most of the drones are owned by the individual pilots. We only have 2 that belong to the team. We have 12 handheld thermal images as well. So the foot teams, they're equipped for searching at night and being able to find people at night. And then the boat, kayaks, bikes, the range of equipment we have is just enormous.
Well, it's good to know you're there. It really is. Paul, thanks for coming on this morning. Really nice to catch up with you today. Paul Wesley from the Suffolk Lowland Search and Rescue. He's the search manager and drone team leader. And it was his drone that spotted Juno that had got lost on that family walk a few days before. It's 8:15. We'll have